Well, we've got our own jungle here in Sarasota. The Jungle Gardens is one of the many things that makes the Suncoast a great place to call home. Jungle Gardens attracts thousands of visitors every year.
We do 4 daily animal shows, and after almost every show, you get to touch one of the animals that was in the show.
Those include birds, alligators, and snakes. Jungle Gardens is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, tourist attraction still operating in Florida.
It started as a banana orchard on 15 acres, and it developed into a plan to develop this from a subtropical area to a tropical area and bring in plants for a botanical park. In 1939, on New Year's Eve, it was opened officially at Sarasota Jungle Gardens.
They had flamingos, whose descendants are still here today.
We do have 24 flamingos here on property, and we are the only place left in the state of Florida that you can actually hand feed flamingos.
They had exotic birds, and like today, the birds gave shows. The most famous, a cockatoo named Frosty.
He was actually hatched in Folsom Prison, which is a very famous prison for obvious reasons, like Johnny Cash. When he was there, he was part of the rehabilitation program where inmates actually taught him different behaviors. His most famous is he unicycles on a high wire.
Frosty appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show and the Today Show. He's 82 and still performing. Some very famous people have visited.
Einstein was here. He was a resident of Lido Key just for a short while, and he visited our park. And Eleanor Roosevelt also frequented our park, and she referred to it as the snake farm in her journal.
Schools from all over Florida bring their students here.
We've got a lot of emphasis on environmentalism, and the greatest part to teach the children is how to protect the environment now so that they can learn how to protect it when they're older.
Hurricane Irma hit the gardens hard, but in rebuilding, they brought in state-of-the-art enclosures.
We have what they call zoo mesh. It's a very popular material, very expensive, but it's a new material. It has the equivalent of like an 11.5 gauge chain link fence, that type of strength, but you can barely see it. You look at it right now, and in fact, not even the flies can see it, so you see them poke through the screen.
And all the improvements since the hurricane makes Jungle Gardens more beautiful than ever, and the gardens is one of the things that makes the Suncoast a great place to call home. For Suncoast View, I'm Linda Carson. And they have a great deal this weekend for fathers and for grandfathers. For a paid admission, grandfather or dad gets in free.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
fun.
a great place to take the
It's
family
a good
for
family
little
outing.
kids. Oh, there's an awesome playground. My kids love that.
Even for big kids, there's so much interaction with the animals that, you know, the salty teenagers don't complain.
Oh, yeah?
Because
Why wrap a snake around? That scares me to think about.
And it's very
a
shady.
snake around the neck.
That's what I noticed, because I was there during a very hot spring day, very shady, which is obviously a huge bonus this time of year.
They've got 200 animals.
I didn't know the history of that. That was so interesting. Thank you
Albert
for sharing
Einstein
that.
liked it.
I love a place you call home. There's so many amazing places here on the Suncoast, and Linda's going to continue to share
Yes,
them
we'll
with us.
find them all.
So
and
thank
for
you.
more information, you can go to their website, sarasota.jungles.com. Next, Dad loves his steak, and the summer house shows us how to grill like the pros.